Okay, sweet.
But I'm still gonna let the clock run out.
I'm gonna put my all of my sound, all of my output through my headset.
And I think it's gonna put all of your it's gonna filter your voice through this, but make sure you still record on your end for the produced version.
Okay, hold on. Ready. And
if we fall off,
look at that.
I'll just sit here.
I can see a little action in there.
You know, if it somehow falls off.
Okay. Let me get Audax on up. Notifications. Audacity. Okay. Yeti. Check. Stop and play it.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Alright, cool. Yeah.
Let me make sure that this is recording, just because I don't want to do all this and then not have it. But I'm pretty sure it automatically records. Maybe I'll use the call recorder in addition to it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that just as a backup. So, whenever you are ready,
oh wow.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm muting.
This isn't even ready.
Can you
this
see?
is just me turning off the thing and us explaining, that we're going through the motions of the show, and then we'll do the thing. Can I see what?
Okay, let me pull up. I'm watching the feed and
I'm watching it too.
What is that? Like 30 seconds? Is that how long it gives you?
What?
I'm gonna turn mine off. It was like I was doing the check thing 30 seconds after I actually set it on mine.
Cool. So we have a tape delay.
I'm gonna cut mine off though. Well, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. It just showed me drink a drink, and I'm not currently drinking a drink.
What? Speaking of, do I have 20 seconds to put my pitcher up?
To pull your pitcher up?
To fill my pitcher up with water.
Go do that. I mean, yeah. Alright, if any of you are actually watching this right now, or you're watching it later, you got about another minute, and then we're going to get started officially. This is our first time trying to do this, so bear with us.
Yeah, but I think if we play around with it, we should be able to. I think it would be cool if we could play
music directly.
The whole track. Yeah, we'll just have to figure it out.
Also, maybe when we play the first track. Actually, I'm going to play the whole intro track right now as we're setting up.
Yeah.
So how does that sound through your headphones?
It doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's what you can expect with playing it through. You know what I mean?
Right. I would say, can you mute Skype and go to the live stream and see how it sounds?
Yeah.
Because right now you're probably just hearing it through Skype. Just doing some testing, guys. Just doing some testing.
Hold on. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it sounds fine.
Okay, cool. You ready to do this?
Sounds fine. Yeah, works for me.
We'll have to figure out what 10 seconds we like about this, but... Alright. Whoa! What's up, Seth?
Hey, man.
So, people out there, we are going to try to do we're basically live streaming us doing the show. Like, we're not going to do anything special for you, really. I'm not going to be like, what's up? I mean, I might. Might show a nipple. We'll see. But...
Ooh. Lucky us.
Yeah, basically we're just going to record the show like we normally do. We're going to talk about the stuff in between songs like we normally do. All the stuff that gets cut out if you're watching it live, or if you're watching it later like it's live, won't get cut out. If you're watching this on YouTube, won't get cut out. But if you want the fully produced episode where we actually make edits and you hear the song in its raw glory, you should listen to it on whatever podcast streaming app that you listen to, and it'll be much cleaner than all of this. But we just thought this was another way to kind of do things, and we realized when we did that live episode last week, like together, that's what I mean by live, it's much easier if we could see each other, like we actually kind of understand each other a little better. So,
and I just love seeing this guy. I just miss him.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to like play the music through my computer. It may not sound perfect quality, and we'll kind of go from there. I did want to get real technical for a second and try to play our intro, and then we're going to start. How's that sound, Seth?
Yeah, and real quick, Ben, I don't know if you're watching or will watch this.
Oh yeah, Ben Offrey. This is all.
He's the one that gave us the idea.
Go check out Unsigned.
Unsigned.
Yeah.
UNSYND. He does a
Facebook Live.
Video podcast, or a video...
Yeah, it's kind of like a video podcast.
Sure. Yeah, a live interview with an artist basically every day. So he's a lot more committed than we are. But anyways, check him out. And Ben, let us know how you feed the studio track through Facebook Live. We would love to know how to do that, because eventually we do want to be able to just play straight through and have this be a completely alternate way to listen if you want to, just completely self-contained, where you don't have to have the podcast to go with it. Anyways, yeah, let's do the intro. First off, are you leading it or am I?
You are leading it.
Okay.
I'm also going to try to post like live comments as we go, which I just did for that Unsigned. So you can also just click that if you're watching it live or later, because I think they show up later at the appropriate time signature too. But yeah, so you're leading in, but I am going to play our like little intro thing. You ready?
Okay, let's do it.
I can barely hear it.
A little bit. Oh my god. I think I almost paralyzed myself.
And intro song.
Alright. Fade it whenever you want.
I can't really fade it.
Alright. Oh, are you recording on your end? I haven't even pressed start yet on mine.
I haven't either, so good.
Okay, good. Good thing we caught that.
Well, and I wouldn't be playing any of that in the produced version anyway, so because I would just do it right in. So just act like we're coming out of the intro, but I haven't pressed record yet. Are you ready?
3, 2, 1, go. All right. Hello out there, and welcome to episode 15 of the B-Side Guys.
15?
A podcast. I know. We are a podcast that focuses on undiscovered music that all centers around a theme. And today's theme is... Oh, I feel like you're. The theme is addiction. I feel like you're addicted to either stealing things or fingers, and then marijuana.
Yeah, all of those things at once.
In that order.
Yeah, one just kind of leads to another.
Stealing leads to marijuana. We all saw 90s.
They've had it backwards the whole time. False correlation.
Okay, before we get too far, Caleb, tell us who that was.
Yeah, so that was... okay, so when he sent the song, he went by Leon Stapleton. But if you are looking up currently on SoundCloud, it's Lee-Stir. And I don't know which one he wants to go by. We're going to go with Lee-Stir. And the song is Lima. And yeah, it's got like this cool, like jazzy, but also like you're in an 80s video game sort of vibe to it.
I was about to say, it's like... South American elevator music, and I dig it. And I guess Lima, Peru, so it makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, so anyways, the episode is about addiction. So Caleb, we always like to talk about how the theme relates to us. Tell me all your secrets. Tell me about your addictions.
We just got a great comment in the live feed that Juliana, I'm going to screw up her last name, Demayanska? I know, I probably messed it up. She's addicted to food, and yeah, I'm definitely totally addicted to food. As far as real addiction goes, I definitely, I don't think I have any vices as far as alcohol or drugs, although I love to drink. And maybe
I'm not addicted to alcohol. I just love it so much that I can't stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah. Well, I'm in that stage, I guess, where you don't admit that it's an addiction yet. But I definitely have an addictive personality when it comes to just like my interests. Like I'll get really intensely. I think you're the same way. You're probably something similar, but I get really intensely interested in something, which is kind of how this podcast was born. And then I kind of wane off for a little while, and then I'll get intensely interested in it again, or interested in something else, and that's mainly my addiction. Is like I'll just really fervently follow something for like 2 months, and then I'm still working on the follow through. Although, I'm impressed. We're over a year old. This is a pretty good follow through. Yeah. What about you?
We are. Yeah. I mean, most of the time we're pretty good with the follow through. So. Right now, I'm the same way. My addiction. I picked up the needle again and got back into Magic the Gathering.
Hey.
My wife is really stoked about that. It's a money suck, and it is awesome. So that is kind of my addiction right now. But I'm the same way. Never really had any kind of a real addiction as far as a vice like alcohol or drugs. I did a stint where I didn't drink just to make sure that it wasn't any kind of an issue.
I actually did the same thing. Like a couple of months back, I went like 10 days, a week or 10 days, I don't remember, just to see like, hey, check in. Am I going to have physical withdrawal symptoms? No? All right.
All right, back at it. So that's probably my only addiction right now is Magic the Gathering. I know that's awful, but it's true, unfortunately.
I never got fully into Magic. I was into the Pokemon cards, and I'll still play Pokemon cards. I have a deck. It's probably pretty dated now because I haven't updated in like 5 years, but I would still play Pokemon. But anyway.
Okay, so done. We're going to play Pokemon. I want to play Pokemon.
That's the next live stream. We're going to Skype us playing Pokemon.
It will be even more boring than this live stream. Speaking of, I just got back into Pokemon Go.
Oh, really?
Have
they made good updates?
They released it to where you could be friends with other trainers, so you can trade and different things like that. So that's interesting. And really... I got back into it because of people at work. There's just an absolute shit ton of them at our work. And so I just go in and, catch a bunch but now it's kind of taken over. And I make detours on my way home.
That actually, I mean, in like not the same way, but reminded me of one of the vices I did pick up for a little while. In college, I picked up
clothes.
Yeah, I picked up cigarettes, and it was because I worked.
Really?
Yeah, I did because I worked at Jersey Mike's. I worked at like restaurant job or whatever, and I noticed that all the smokers got breaks, and I didn't ever get breaks otherwise. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go on a smoke break. And so like for a solid year, I smoked, but then I was like, nah, I don't want to have lung cancer. Sorry if you smoke. You probably shouldn't. It's not good for you.
I was about to say, no, don't be sorry. There's real scientific evidence. So unless you're 55 and older, there's no reason anymore for you. Like, you don't have an excuse. Yeah. My mom and stepfather are both respiratory therapists, so I have very, very strong feelings about this. But anyways, so let's get into our guests, plural. I don't know if you heard the S on the end.
I didn't.
We've got a lot there, and you're not going to guess any of their names. So let's. I'm gonna read a few of them. It is people that have these really strange addictions.
Okay.
And we brought them onto the show.
Did you know them beforehand, or did you look them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I didn't know them beforehand. These are really weird. This is not. If you knew this beforehand.
How about you say their name and I'll guess the addiction?
Okay. Luiz Squarici. He's a 42-year-old Brazilian, and he had to quit his job to feed this addiction. And feed is not really it's not.
He's addicted to collecting mice hats, like hats for his pet.
No, it's worse.
Okay.
Which that reminds me, did you ever see Dinner for Schmucks?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Steve Carell,
maybe that was deeply embedded in me just now.
But anyways, Luis Squarici loves to smell dead bodies.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does he work at a morgue?
No, I don't think so, because he quit his job to where he could go smell more dead bodies. So I think if he worked at a morgue, he'd be in the perfect position.
Yeah, that's he picked the wrong career, really.
Yeah, I mean, and that's okay. He's 42. He's got time. This is midlife crisis. You change. You work in a morgue, and then you have life fulfillment.
Right. All right, give me another name.
Carrie. Oh, Carrie. She did not want her. Oh God, she did not want her last name, and for good reason. Carrie loves to drink her own urine.
Oh, that's that's rough.
In a 4-year time frame, so really not much. She has consumed. How many gallons of her own urine do you think she's consumed?
In a 4-year time frame.
4 years.
So like a gallon of milk is what I'm thinking of worth of urine. Let's say 40 gallons.
Let's say over 20 times that amount, 900 gallons.
Oh my God!
Of her own.
How long do you think it takes to fill up a gallon of urine? Do you do that a day? Do you pee
a
gallon a day?
So now, okay, I'm thinking, so in the picture, her
that's
urine
300 days worth of. No, I mean, that's
her urine
3
is
years
deeply yellow.
Of, urine.
So she's dehydrated, which I think it would be harder to produce this 900 gallons if you're dehydrated. I think you would have, if you have this addiction to urine, I think you would have the clearest urine on the planet.
Well,
it would be. So, I mean, good with the bad, I guess, but it apparently does not.
Yeah, I mean, that still doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, because if I'm literally, like, thinking about it, 900 gallons.
100 gallons.
Let's say you do somehow produce a gallon per day, which I don't think you do. I don't think I ever have.
Over 4 years.
That's 3 years worth of urine. Like 3 years, if you drank a gallon a day for 3 years, or if you made a gallon a day for 3 years.
Well, no, not really. Because I mean, you're
like 2 and something.
Yeah, not really 3. Yeah, so it would be because that would leave out 180 days or so, 108, 95 days.
2.5
but
days.
Yeah. But anyways, it's a lot. There's a lot of urine.
You create like half a gallon, or like a little over half a gallon.
Right. Then that means she drinks all of her urine.
Yeah. All right.
Ugh.
Give me one more.
Okay. Anyways,
one more.
Awesome. Yeah, we have one more. Oh, we have one more. Lisa. Oh man, she is. Somehow this is worse
on her before.
This is worse to me than drinking urine for some reason. Like I don't get it, but okay. She has. Oh God, I can't look at the picture. Jeez. And this is like a thing that I have. I can't.
You're a empathy vomiter.
She licks her cat and eats the hair.
Ooh, yeah, that is worse than your own urine.
Right, yeah. Right. And like, if I get a hair in my mouth, I freak out. I think I'm about to vomit. I can't like. And the picture is her. Oh. The picture is her eating a clump of. Oh.
See, this is why you need to watch the live stream, because over the podcast you're not seeing Seth like literally about to puke on camera.
Okay, let's just go ahead and let's just jump into the first song about addiction, because oh my God, right. I'll share more throughout.
Yeah, we can't describe it. So the first song is by RoverT, and the song is called "Alone Tonight."
Juliana said she'd still go for a cat's hair over urine. I don't know, man.
I'm glad the votes are coming in. I didn't get that. I mean, if I have to.
Dude, this song, oh my God. It's like, I don't know. It's like Stranger Things ecology.
Wait, what? Stranger
song,
Things
it's like
in college?
Stranger Things ecology.
Oh. I'm with you. I'm actually pretty stoked to talk about this.
Yeah.
Juliana, by the way, really appreciate the feedback, the participation.
Yes. Also, she sent me a message. I haven't forgotten to reply. I just haven't yet.
Do you know her in person?
No, she's from Russia. She's actually we covered.
We did her song. Yeah. Was that the Strange Love one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. That song was dope. Yeah. All right, everyone, go check out that song.
Yeah.
Just click her face in the comments, and I'm sure
click her face in the comments and just follow the trail. I need to get 2 seconds. Be right back.
That's cool. I got to get another drink. Yeah, Juliana, I remember. I was the one that wrote it, and I am dumb. But it was a different last name. But yeah, I'm going to let him come back, because that would be rude for us both to leave, even though I need a refill in my drink. Juliana, if you're still there, how is the music coming through? Does it sound like really hollow and choppy, or does it sound alright? Alright, I'm gonna let you be a one-man show for a second while I go grab a drink.
Okay. Uh-oh. I think it may have paused.
Yeah. Hopefully we can figure out a way to play the songs through the live.
Yeah, I think that'll be
that's the
Noize. Okay. Just while the song is going on.
Well, it's over. But, I mean, that doesn't...
Okay, yeah. Real quick, speaking of cats, Let me see. I don't have my camera on. Okay.
Wait,
this cat.
This isn't part of the actual podcast.
No, this doesn't have to be.
Okay.
This cat, Sam Damask, I guess that's how you would say his name, from Grand Commander sent me this.
Yeah.
Yes. That video is stupid. Please go check it out. We'll put it down below.
Put Juliana Strangelove's song in the show notes so that you guys can check that out because she's participating in the live stream right now. And we'll also put Sam Damask's video in the show notes because he created that whole set, right? Like it's a bunch of stop motion that he created the whole.
Yes, he created everything, which is absolutely absurd. Hold on.
And
I just sat here eating too long, listening to you talk about urine. Perfect. Then you're doing it right. Okay, so let's get back into the actual podcast. See, and this is the kind of shit you're gonna get on the live stream. All right.
Yeah, because I'll cut that out.
Yeah.
Or not, whatever.
Probably, because it's not going to make for good audio for me to say, look at this cat. But anyway, okay.
You're bringing it back. Oh,
yeah,
sorry. I just cut you off.
No, it's all good. It's all good. We're learning. That was RoverT with Alone Tonight. So Alone Tonight, I said while we were talking, it almost sounds like Stranger Things the college years. So the audio is very, 80s, very, Stranger Things. And then
But it's why they have a drink in their hand and they're bumping and grinding.
Exactly. And I mean, appropriately enough, the song is about an addiction to alcohol while in college.
Which, I don't know about you, Seth, but those years from 18 to 22 or whatever, 18 to 23, if you're me and took a victory lap, I was drunk a lot and, had fun, partied, whatever, but they didn't feel like any of us could really be alcoholics at that point. We're just we're just young people. We're spreading our roots.
This is what we're supposed to do.
Exactly. But I definitely saw several of my friends kind of go downhill throughout there and then just stay there. Exactly. And that's the scary part. It's well, first of all, I think we have a really ridiculous attitude to drinking in this country, in the U.S., which makes most, if you go to Europe, you're having a beer with dinner or whatever when you're 16, whereas over here, you're not supposed to drink till you're 21, although obviously everyone does. Right. But the second that you're out of your parents' house, you just go binge drink like crazy because you've never been exposed to it in any sort of normal way. So yeah, I think that there's a bunch of cultural reasons that this happens, but
I was about to say, I think that if you take that example, so 16-year-olds who are drinking, and you're more than likely doing that, your parents are showing you at an earlier age,
right.
This is how you handle yourself, this is how things work. Whereas here, you have to hide it from your parents.
At least you're building up a tolerance.
Yeah. You have to hide it from these, adults who have been through these situations, and you're surrounding yourself with other 17-year-olds who have no idea when they should call it quits, and then you're already spiraling it, 5 or 4 years before you're even supposed to touch it,
right.
Because no one wants to talk about it.
And in the live stream, Juliana said, "We're in Prague now. Beer is cheaper than tea." So it's just a completely different culture. You're not putting it on any sort of pedestal,
right?
But yeah, so he talked about when he wrote a lot of this album, RoverT, back to RoverT, that he would find himself getting drunk alone so that he wouldn't feel depressed or down, which I don't know if you've ever drank to get over depression. It sounds like a good idea every time, and it mostly never works out the way you want it to every time, yeah.
Right, yeah, because it's drink a depressant to get over being depressed. It's the whole, you see these,
right.
the Xanax artists now. I don't understand that. They're like, I really need to not be happy.
Have you listened to the new J. Cole album?
No.
King of Death or whatever.
No.
I'm looking up the actual track list to tell you the name in a second, but there's a song on it that kind of references that, where it's talking very much about how as a culture, a lot of us self-medicate, which is a normal sort of thing to do, but how quickly it becomes a bit of a spiral like that, where it's like you're doing it to feel better. You even find that sometimes it helps you create stuff or whatever. Like, he's talking more about weed, which is true. Whatever. You use a bunch as a coping mechanism. But that, it even feels like it's helping. But that if you're not careful, it becomes something that you lean on as a crutch. And that's kind of the whole point, I guess, of this episode, or the theme, is there's a pretty thin line between this is fun, healthy, good way to, enhance my life, and oh shit, I'm stuck on this. Like, I'm addicted to this, right?
Self-medicating and spiraling are just that close to each other. Right. And you don't realize it a lot of times until it's too late. Like, I know there's a lot of people in my lives, my multiple lives across the eons. I was this Egyptian cat at one point.
Yeah. Where you still are, because it's all stacked on top of each other.
I mean, we're all Yeah. Anyways, there are a lot of people in my life who are addicts to one thing or another. Ranging from my dad to coworkers to whoever. It is really wild to see. Like, I've had the unfortunate. I've been able to see people cross that line, a fair amount, and it is really, really depressing.
Right. By the way, the song that I was thinking of is called "Friends," and it comes right after the "Once an Addict" interlude. So yeah, if you don't listen to J. Cole, go check out that song, because it's very much, on point with what we were just talking
about. Relevant.
But yeah, you want to move into the next song, Seth?
I do. All right. So the next song is, how would you say that? Bupropion?
Yeah, I mean, it's, if my nurse girlfriend was here, she would definitely be able to tell us. But yeah, I think Bupropion, or
perfect.
Bupropion.
Bupropion.
But yeah, if you want to start again, I can cut out that part.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the next song. It is Brother Toaster with Bupropion Blues. Oh, man.
This is fun. I'm going to have to get used to just, like, juggling everything, but it's fun. Like, I feel like I'm running 15 things at once, and my computer is not fast enough to run 15 things at once, so it's just like, what are you trying to do?
Why do you hate me? All I wanted to do was save your files. Just for the people who are watching the live stream, another weird addiction. This is one that's not specific to a person, but there are people. It's just something that they do in Haiti. They eat pies. They eat mud pies, just made out of dirt, like a pie made out of dirt, and they eat it.
You think that's out of necessity?
I don't know.
By the way, this is finally the song playing. But anyway, keep going.
And then,
by the way, if you go to their Bandcamp, Seth, you can look at the full lyrics. It's on there.
Okay.
So it's like just it's a similar note to the last thing, but just how you use these things as a crutch, and then you try to cut it out, and you still experience all the things that you used to experience that you could get helped with by the crutch, but you don't wanna do it, like.
Right.
I'm wondering if my comments are being time-stamped, or if I have to go back through and time-stamp them.
No idea.
Oh, yeah,
no idea.
I mean, we're learning.
Oh, did you?
Because I tagged unsigned in it, which I'll like go back through and tag everything in the. What do you call
I was about to say, we can do like one long.
Yeah.
Honestly, like until we get better at doing the time stamping as we go, we can just do one. If I'd have written it down, it would have been easier.
By the way, Juliana, we saw your how about video games comment, and that's true. It does have a video game feel. I think she was talking about that song has a video game feel, but we were in the middle of whatever we were saying, so I didn't acknowledge it.
All right.
I'm interested to hear how this all sounds once we cut it up into the podcast too. It's definitely a balance of trying to focus on like, oh, I'm doing the podcast, and also
doing something with visual.
Yes. like I guess we probably shouldn't reference the live stream too much because we still have to end up with what we end up with. And
this woman, her name is Nicole. She pulls out.
By the way, sorry.
I'll leave around 1:30 or so.
Okay, so we should maybe not listen all the way through the song.
No.
But anyway, go ahead.
She eats hunks of drywall. She like yanks it out of her like house, and so she literally has holes in her home where she's eating the drywall.
That's not going to get your safety deposit back.
There it is. Okay. All right. Lead us in.
It's my turn, right?
Is there a plane on your end?
Oh my god. No, it's a...
Oh, he's mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
No! That's okay. Forget it. Who cares?
I'm going to close the window at least to try to cut down on some of it. Hold on just a second.
I'll do a magic trick while you're gone. Well, hello. I don't really know what to do without Caleb. He's kind of my crutch. He's my Neo, and I'm there's somebody else who's in the Matrix that no one remembers their name. So that's just how it is.
Okay, I turned the gain way down too. I'm just gonna have to get closer to the mic.
Ooh, make love to the mic.
Make love to the mic. All right, are you ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, what did Riley say? What
I was doing magic tricks while you were gone. And I'm not good at them. She is a really shitty person, so that's fine.
Hating.
No, she's great. She is one of two people who bought a B-Side Guys t-shirt. Okay, yeah.
By the way, if you want to do that, we have new designs. They're in the store. bsideguys.com/store.
Yeah, I've gotten support from two people that I work with. One is gone to the afterlife. Not really, but he just doesn't work there anymore because he got fired. But anyways,
let's get started.
Still a great guy. Go ahead, buddy.
So that was Brother Toaster with the song Bupropion Blues. Man, say that 5 times fast. Bupropion Blues. And I guess that's probably some sort of drug. But the song, well, it definitely is some sort of drug, sorry.
It's an antidepressant medication that affects chemicals within the brains that nerves use to send messages to the other. Okay, It's an antidepressant.
So, again, we talked about self-medicating last time and how, some of us self-medicate with marijuana. which I think is okay. But I do think I think that's okay, and I think it's so okay that it should be regulated and that you should be able to go to your doctor and for it to make sense that way, because it may not be okay for everyone. It's just like everything else. But anyway, this song is about taking pharmaceuticals to quit smoking, which I guess is what this person felt like they needed to do. But they were still experiencing all the panic or depression or whatever issues that they were experiencing before that they used to use marijuana as a crutch for, and now they're not. Or it just says quit smoking. I'm assuming marijuana. It could just be, I guess they used to smoke cigarettes. But
probably.
I just assumed marijuana. But yeah, just basically once you get addicted to anything, how hard it is to transition off of it. And there are various drugs that you can take to try to transition off of it, but that doesn't necessarily make it that much easier, and taking a pill isn't the same as actually like putting the cigarette in your mouth or whatever it is,
Yeah. So the lyrics here, they are very interesting. So it's like you said, I just want to read some of them because it is I would lean more towards cigarettes over something else,
okay.
But that's just how I related to the song, just because unfortunately, being in the restaurant industry, I spend a lot of my days around people who smoke a ton of cigarettes. And I spend a lot of my time around people that smoke a lot of weed, too. Mostly the same people. But I never really hear anyone talking about, I want to stop smoking marijuana. I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke. It's usually just cigarettes because people understand they're going to kill you. I think they really do deep down. But it is an addictive thing to try to get rid of out of your life. And I've heard of a lot of people taking prescription medication to try to get rid of that. But I've been feeling like I've been stressed out. I've been fiending like a rubber band that's stretching out. I love that, how he goes in, takes it like,
that's also just a great lyric, but yeah.
Exactly. Everyone's pulled that rubber band to the point where you can start to see the cracks in that rubber band, and then it just snaps. And it says, I can fly into space for an eternity, but I don't want to smoke. And it's like he's coming to a point where he will put up with all of feeling like that rubber band stretched out just to not smoke, which is interesting. I just thought that was a really cool verse there.
Yeah, no, that's a great line. Also, it just has a really nice imagery to it. But yeah. You want to move on to the next song?
Real quick.
Oh, sorry. Give me another fun fact.
So, I'm trying to go to ones that aren't as weird. This one. Yeah, let's get into this one. Jay, a 28-year-old, and this could be, she's trying to use something different, is addicted to snorting baby powder at least 10 times a day, and she developed the addiction 16 years ago. So in my mind, this one relates. I like to think that Jay was, snorting cocaine, and then she weaned off of it, and now she just goes to baby powder. It's like tobaccoless cigarettes or something like that.
I was just watching an episode of Blue Mountain State. Do you ever watch that show?
I do not.
I'm very far behind on it. It came out in like 2010 or something, and it was a very short-lived run. But it's summer, and I have a lot of time in summer. But they were about to have to take a drug test, and so they were trying to stay clean for 3 days so that everything got out of their system. And they were taking the cleaner or whatever, like to powder form that you like mix in a drink usually.
Okay.
By the way, if you're trying to get past a drug test, I don't know, Google it. And
the cleaner.
And instead of mixing it in the drink, they were snorting it because they were like, well, it gives me a very brief like head high, which is better than like nothing at all. I mean, obviously it's
I just need to feel
a fictional show. But yeah, maybe it's the same situation with the baby powder.
Maybe. All right, let's get into the next song. It is Riley Catherall with Watered Down Man.
My computer is working at like 0 speed.
Well, mine's all coming through my headphones, so it's not going to help.
I mean, it's pulling up. It's just taking a little while to pull up. It's a good song. The whiskey coat part is something that I think we can definitely talk about.
Yeah, for sure. Intimate and brutally self-reflective. Is this one... Yeah. Let me pull up our review of it.
Yeah, those of you that are live streaming, if you haven't checked it out, go to bsideguys.com. There's a lot of music there, including
a ton.
Several songs that I'm going to post today.
Riley Catherall. Schmidt!
That's good.
Hey, Schmitty.
And now my dog made a feature on the live stream.
Yeah. Look it up.
Yeah, I guess we're not going to play this one out loud. So I guess you got to listen to the podcast to hear the Riley
Which you should,
Catherall
anyways.
song. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it'll be much cleaner.
It'll be much cleaner. Yeah. This is just for fun. All right. So bring us back in.
Well, I already hit play, so I'm trying to make sure it doesn't... Oh. Maybe let's listen to like 15 seconds of it. Because it seems like it's trying to play. Although we're spending 15 seconds waiting on it to finish giving me the color wheel. Color wheel! Alright, whatever. Oh, there we go.
Well, I'm 2 parts water and I'm 3 parts sand.
It's a good line.
Yeah, I like that.
Alright, are you ready to bring it back?
Let's do it. Alright.
So that was Riley Catherall with the song Watered Down Man. And that song's just so beautiful. Like every word in it is basically gorgeous. But he says it's a song about walking the streets in a whiskey coat, which those of you who don't drink, that's when you drink when it's cold out so that you don't have to worry so much about it being cold out.
Right, your liquor jacket. Although...
Your liquor jacket, same thing, yeah.
Alcohol is a blood thinner, so not a great idea. It's all up here.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it's mental. I mean, you don't want to do it if you're literally about to freeze to death, because it'll make you freeze to death faster. But
Correct.
if you just got to walk to the next bar, not a terrible idea.
Yeah, so it starts out, I love the line that it starts out with, I'm 2 parts water and 3 parts sin. So it's the sin, I would assume, is referring to the alcohol, and like that now he's so far down into the alcohol that his body composition is more alcohol than water.
Yeah.
So we're sitting at about, 45% alcohol at that point, I guess.
That's pretty good math. I don't know if it's true, but I'm just going to take your word for it.
We're 70% water, so I was just getting around the area. I'm not. Yeah, no. I'm not like. That's not. Someone out there is like, the Zach Galifianakis meme. Like, well, actually, it's 42.9. Whatever. Screw you. Anyways, I hate people that are good at math. I don't. You're lovely people.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just very jealous. Anyways. So that line is so neat because
it's also
it
a
follows
reference
into
to a drink, like 1 part gin, 2 parts, whatever, yeah. Right,
and then it leads into like what is, I don't remember the exact line, but it's like, what is this beast going to create basically now? And I think that's such a brutal way of looking at who you are when you've been drinking. You know that it's making you something that you can't control. You're a beast.
Yeah.
but you're going to do it anyways.
Yeah, well, it's a double-edged sword because, I think we all have pretty good memories of being drunk. I know I do. But there is that, maybe 1 out of 10 times or whatever where you are an asshole or you say something that you shouldn't have said or whatever because it lowered your inhibitions to the point that you did something stupid.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can... there are really great nights that stand out in my mind, but there are also some nights where I'm like, that fight was entirely... the fight I just got into was entirely due to alcohol. Exactly.
Right.
And that's the whole thing with addiction or with mind alteration in any way. You're definitely losing control, and that's the good thing because it'll loosen you up. But it's also, like, not always good.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're like me. Like when I drink, it's Jekyll and Hyde. It's I either am super good at letting things roll off my back. It's just you could say that you want to stab me in an alley and eat my organs, which I'm sure is a weird addiction on that list.
Right.
But and I just be whatever. But then other times you would say, "Oh man, I think you've got a scuff on your shoes," and I'm like, "No, I fucking don't. You have a scuff on your shoes. You got a scuff on your face." I don't really get like violent when I drink, but I do get offended. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I know some people are like that.
I'm very rarely an angry drunk, but when I am, it's like almost impossible to snap out of. Like it's
agreed.
Super rare, but once it...
With all of that.
The few times that it does hit, it's like, I'm so in my own head that I can't even like... the night's over once I kick into that mood, basically, if it ever happens.
Yeah. So, another addiction right before we go to the next one. Shit.
Wait, hold on. Before you do that, by the way,
yes.
if you like that song, Riley is releasing another song in about a month or 6 weeks. And I'm sure it's going to be awesome because it's going to be country folk Americana from an Australian man, and you can't beat that. Which,
as guys from the heart of country land and folk music in the Southeast, I love hearing other people around the world pick up the mantle, because honestly I like it better when they do it, typically, if we're being completely honest. So, check it out. And another weird addiction for you guys. Bertha, she is 23. She's only 23. Oh, shit, man. She drinks nail polish. When she's thirsty, she drinks nail... That doesn't seem possible.
I mean, back in, like, Prohibition, people used to drink, like, rubbing alcohol and stuff, so maybe.
But, I mean, what chemicals are... Like, I feel like you'd have to have...
You. Yeah, like, it's not good, but it wouldn't kill you the first time unless you drink like a gallon of it.
According to her, she drinks 5 bottles each day. And she has a favorite flavor, which this sounds like my 3-year-old saying his favorite flavor of Gatorade. She loves to drink the blue flavor.
Blue flavor.
What does that even mean? It's like I like red M&Ms the best, but they're the same damn thing. Ollie, anything green. He's like, well, I'm like, why do you want that? He's like, because it's green. He's like, that's the best taste because it's green.
I get that.
So. She likes the blue flavor or anything with glitter in it, so keep that in mind when you're looking for a Christmas present.
Maybe it just feels different. I bet the glitter probably does have a different consistency.
Yeah, and oh my god, man. Just her mouth after she drinks glitter nail polish. She just... anyways, she shines. She flies so high. Anyways, the next song.
Yeah.
Let's get into another song about... This was actually about breaking addiction, right? And that is Aaron B. Thompson with Middle of My Own Nowhere.
So this one's just for the live stream crowd, but what I almost said, and I'm glad I didn't, was if you cheat with her, there's no hiding it from your significant other when you get home.
Jeez. What's that song? The "Let Me Smell Your Dick."
Yeah. You wouldn't even need to smell it.
Yeah, you don't even need to smell. You just look at the glitter dick. Oh, jeez, that's rough. Anyways,
I'm trying to pull this song up, but like I said, everything's moving at a snail's pace. Apparently, it takes a lot of processing power to both record and live stream and search things on the internet at the same time. And I guess Skype.
Yep. Okay.
So,
let's see.
I mean, I guess I can just bring it back, although I can't remember what the song sounds like. We only have one more after this, and then we're going to use Little Saint as the outro.
Little Saint. Cool. Let me pull up our conversation with him. Oh, actually, I could do...
Yeah, I mean, it's loading. It's just loading very slow.
Yeah, here we go. Sunday fun day, guys, and most of you don't have to work tomorrow. Grab a drink, eat some brunch, recover from yesterday, and listen to this excellent song by Thompson. SoundCloud page describes his new EP, brand new music from Thompson. Dark Peak here is a powerful message of hope, the sting of regret, the welcome of change, and the pain of love. The songs embody the Xenial mindset, borrowing sounds from the 80s and 90s, juxtaposed by modern vocals. Lyrics hold the weight and depth of reflection set against. Okay.
Nope. That's actually not what I was expecting it to sound like, so I'm glad we listened to it.
I remember this song.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Man, I love this song.
Med, don't you fucking do it. Med? He's about to bark his head off again. I'm bringing this back. Shit.
Cool.
How do you see this as fitting into addiction?
Where are the lyrics? That's what I need to look up.
I don't have them. I mean, maybe you had them in the chat, but I don't have them.
Yeah, I think they are in the chat. Hold on. Come on, I remember. So we had this conversation. It's his personal story about coming out of addiction. It's somewhere. Shoot.
When it says choosing ambition over a relationship, so maybe an addiction to a person? Is that the way we viewed it?
Hold on. Shared, I absolutely honor. So he sent us an email as well, correct?
I don't think so. I had to look him up on SubmitHub. Unless it was under a different email.
Welcome. Weekend, Rock, Charlie. Nice. Let's see. When did we chat? 47 days ago, so what would that be? What is today? July 10th, so June 10th, late May. I'm gonna go back to the box again.
When was it?
Probably late May.
I don't see anything in the email.
Oh my gosh, this is driving me insane because I had the conversation with him about the song being specifically about his. Let's see.
Well, he talks about letting it all go on the road. Millennial mindset. He's talking about the millennial mindset. Doing your own thing. Even though it's hard because you're choosing relationships.
This is killing me.
Are you sure it wasn't addiction to a person?
I mean, possibly. If that's what we can land on, then we're golden.
That's the thing that makes the most sense to me.
Because, man, I don't know. I've talked to a ton of people about these episodes, so That's something you shouldn't relationalize to choice and can go back. Something to feel sure was important in life. This is frustrating. Yeah, I mean, let's go with it. It may have been.
Did you look him up on Submit Hub just now, like the conversation you had?
Yeah, and there's nothing there. Let's either here or talk to us directly. Email. Oh, damn it.
I couldn't find anything in the email. I looked earlier.
Yeah. I swear. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. And this is the negative side of what you get when you watch this. Yeah,
because this would just happen in front of not people normally.
Not real anyone, yeah. And then it would act like, it would seem like we had everything together.
Because I do a lot of cutting.
Birthday wish, song submission, Fox wedding. Shall be free, Lucius. Apartment, Peter Tilley. There's Joel, Great White. Oh, Great White. So good.
Yeah. While you're doing this, I'm going to try to make it less cluttered so that maybe my computer will speed the fuck up.
Small fields, still is easier to love. Clamor. Columbia today, let me get back in time. Nope. Can't do that. Gotta work. Brian Delaney. Plushkin. Is this totally overlooked the podcast note. We'd love to be featured. Oh!
Did you find
Plushgun. I need to. No, sorry. I found one from Plushgun, though. I need to star that and come back to it later. Indiana Skin. Damn it. Oh! This is so frustrating. I'm gonna bite through my skin from the. Oh, forget it. Okay,
Daniel
forget
Tapp, what is up?
Hey, buddy. Hey, man. Anyways, so let's just go with it on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it my turn? Yeah.
That kills me. Yeah.
All right, so that was Aaron B. Thompson with the song "Middle of My Own Nowhere." Which the way that we viewed this working into addiction, he kind of said that it's about choosing ambition over a relationship. So, at least in my own life, and I'm sure a lot of people, addiction isn't always a drug or something like some inanimate sort of abstract thing. It could be a person, right? And the way that sometimes holds you back, either because they're not the right person or it's not the right time or whatever it is. And, you know, if you're going to fully commit yourself to a musical career, say, like Aaron B. Thompson is, it can be somewhat of a detriment to try to be in some sort of serious relationship. And that's one of the most difficult decisions to make, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, like you said, addiction comes in many forms, and it doesn't have to be something like smoking that's going to kill you at 55 or whatever.
Smoke
just
weed every day.
Throwing that out there again for like I said, I have a very strong stance on cigarettes. But anyways, addiction can come in many forms. One being, I mean, if you're addicted to your music, or if you're addicted to, I don't know if Aaron B. Thompson's addicted to the music or addicted to the person, or addicted to, honestly, a lot of people are addicted to the applause and the recognition that comes along with the music. They want that pat on the back. They want that. Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of us musicians don't really get that, but just the idea of one day getting that, where people appreciate your genius, right. Because every artist, every musician is a genius in their own mind, and a lot of them are in certain ways. But the song talks about that, and how he's addicted to the road and addicted to this person. You got to pick. Some things don't correlate, and there are some things don't mesh well, and you have to figure that out.
Yeah, definitely. And there's the repeated line, the middle of my own nowhere or whatever. And in a physical sense, if we're talking about, actually going on the road and being away from any sort of attachments or whatever, then, physically that makes sense. But also from an emotional standpoint, you kind of have to be your own support system. If you're an artist, right, and you're just starting out and you're grinding away trying to get an audience, especially if you're talented like Aaron B. Thompson is, but you just haven't been heard by enough people yet, there's definitely a threshold that you have to reach early on, and that takes a lot of ambition and willpower and all that sort of thing, unless you're just really lucky.
Yeah, and there's and we talked about it in the creativity episode as well, with, who was it, Robert Ledette, the play for free. Like, you got to do a lot of shit to get noticed out of the gate, and you may not be proud of all of that, but if that is your addiction, if that is your goal, you're gonna have to make sacrifices, and in this case, you're gonna have to sacrifice people, or to save the people, you're gonna have to sacrifice the career, and that's really. It's really what it boils down to, honestly. That's all life boils down to. Yeah. If we're being real here, the fact that it's all a series of shitty choices, and you just have to make the best choice for you in that moment, and then, live with what you have to leave.
I was going to say, at least the most important choices seem to be kind of shitty.
Right.
The most important ones are never like, oh, this is the obvious path. It's like, oh, I don't know, I have these two really good options, or I have these two shitty or shittier option, and
right.
That's just the way it is.
And I don't know if Daniel's still in here. I don't really know how to tell that kind of stuff. But Daniel, this reminded me of something he's doing, and this is actually the best choice. He's writing a website and possibly an app, I believe, about breakfast cereal. It's like the Yelp of breakfast cereals. Choosing between two delicious cereals is one of the best choices I can think of in my life. Oh, he's still here. Daniel, what would be the hardest choice? Tell me the two cereals that you would hate to choose between.
While we're waiting on him to type, I think the worst for me would be like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Okay. So that's where my mind would be. But he's always taking pictures of like Oreo limited edition pedestal cereals. Okay. Here we go. Fruity Pebbles and Blueberry Pancake Crunch. Is that like Captain Crunch but blueberry pancakes?
Yeah, I've never even heard of Blueberry Pancake Crunch, but it sounds delicious. And
that one.
Just for the novelty. I mean, Fruity Pebbles are delicious, but they're only delicious for the first 3 seconds that you put the milk on, and then they get all soggy.
Well, you have to
like devour it.
To me, it's like Rice Krispies. You gotta eat a full bowl over 3 different milk servings. You know, like you do a third of a bowl milk and then eat it.
That's
third
smart.
of a bowl milk.
That's smart, but also a pain in the ass.
You just keep the milk on hand. And no, I need cold milk, so I put it back in the fridge every time I get up and go to the fridge. No, I'm kidding. And he inhales Fruity Pebbles, so they never get soggy, I guess.
Okay, so where were you going with that? The hardest cereal to choose between?
No. I'm saying to your point, that the most important choices in life are usually between, it leaves you leaving out something that you really want,
like
and it's a shitty choice to have to make.
Pancake crunch.
Well, I was saying that is something that at the end you're going to be happy either way you go. Whereas when you're making these real serious choices, you may look back one day and be like, zigged when I should have zagged, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of those important choices, you'll at least have some moment in the future where you look back and you're like, was that right? What would my life be like if I had done the other? Yeah, definitely.
Right. All right.
Let's get into another song. Yeah. It's by Johnny Raincloud, and the song is called White Noize. We're also going to link their YouTube video in the comments because
YouTube video is awesome.
Yeah, it's really,
did the whole thing with $20, isn't that right? It's just like,
but it doesn't look like it.
$20, and they said, "Well, we're going to make a music video."
Yeah. So Johnny Raincloud with White Noize. Hey, that was good.
Oh, it jumped right in. I like it.
Well, it was like, it was buffering while we were talking. I was like, "Oh no, is it going to cut us off?" And it was like, perfect. I love this song. It's got like the Modest Mousey sort of like vibe to it too. Yeah, and then we'll wind down and close out with a little sing.
Do we have lyrics?
I think we'll be perfect. We don't, that I'm aware of.
Alright, cool. Let me just a second. Try to find them.
Yeah, Juliana, I really like the vibe of this one.
Huh.
Yeah, so
okay,
he's addicted to his phone, is what the big thing is.
Right.
And then the video showing them going camping as, like, people that don't know what the hell they're doing.
I've seen these lyrics. I like to have them on hand.
You found some?
No, I've seen them somewhere, though.
Dude, totally, Daniel. That's what I was saying. That's why I jumped all over this song. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And we're figuring out a way, Danny, you weren't here earlier. We're figuring out, this is the first time we've done this, and we're going to figure out a way to actually play the studio version through.
Yeah, I would say, because it probably doesn't come through as clear as it actually is.
Yeah. Yeah, we're figuring it out. It's going to be something fun in the end, I think. But
so yeah,
man,
we're going to talk about technology addiction, basically, on this one. So whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Am I leading this back in?
I think it's me.
Okay. Yeah, I said it. You're right. I've had a few beers, and like nothing to eat today.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready?
Yes. That was Johnny Raincloud with White Noize. So this song, the way it fits into addiction, it's something new. Like everything up until this point has been, the first 3 songs I think were substance abuse, and then the song about picking relationships and things like that. But then this is a song about being addicted to technology, being addicted to your phone. Right. It's really interesting because it's so true, and it's really strange because they're calling, I think I mentioned this in the blog post we did about them, they're calling people out for being addicted to their phone and their computer while asking people to listen to their song on their phone or computer.
Right.
So it's pretty interesting. I totally get it, what they're saying. There needs to be a balance, because they're talking about, at one point in the song, they talk about how everyone is looking down at their phone while so much cool stuff is happening around them. It actually kind of reminds me, do you remember the Childish Gambino freestyle, where he raps?
Morning?
Yeah, he raps over Drake's, where he talks about, and this is not an immediate, a direct correlation, but you'll get what I mean. But he talks about how rich people don't take pictures; they just see it again. And so, but it's that point, like pictures on your phone and pictures on your computer can never be a substitute for the real thing, for experiencing the world around you. And that is what this song is all about.
Yeah, it definitely reminds me of the conversation that we were having back in our technology episode. Was that episode 8, I think?
Yeah, with John Atkinson.
Yeah, we were having it with John Atkinson and talking about the struggle between a lot of artists are kind of anti-technology. I'm pretty anti-technology. But at the same time, we very much depend on it. You know, like we're doing a friggin' Facebook live stream right now. We're using podcast as a platform, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful and it's horrible all at the same time. And that's how I really think it works well into addiction, because I think that's what we've discussed with pretty much all of these, in the sense of it feels good. It's good. It gives you a benefit.
Yeah.
And that's
addictions
why it's so
have a purpose.
Yeah.
Right.
But then you get to a point where you're like, oh my God. Yeah, exactly. You get to a point where you're like, wow, this is affecting my life negatively, and I can't stop.
Right.
Yeah, that's...
Because, I mean, so think about, and we talked about this in the technology episode, think about all the positives that come along with it. So, authority figures, police officers, government officials, people like that, they're being held more accountable because everyone has a phone in their pocket that takes crystal clear video, whereas, 30 years ago, it's a blurry picture and second and third hand accounts of what happened. And it's like, well, I believe this law enforcement officer over this, this young thug or whatever, and so it's really changed the game in a positive way.
It's also
as
allowed
well
for
as
stuff
a negative
like
way.
Fake news.
Exactly.
And
edit the videos.
Even
yeah,
exactly. So the idea that you can lie with pictures and with video,
right.
And
right. So it is a double-edged sword, for sure.
Yeah, right. All right, so go check out Johnny Raincloud. If you're looking for any of these artists, they're all in our show notes. They're all tagged on Facebook. They're all tagged in the YouTube in the YouTube description. They're tagged everywhere.
Yes.
Go check out all of them. Go spend money on all of them.
Yes, spend money on them.
We have one more song, but before we get there, let's wind things down a little bit, Seth.
Yes. Do you remember how to get to our... Oh, I've got it. Go ahead. What were you saying?
As always, you can find us on all social media, B-Side Guys, at B-Side Guides. You can find us on our blog, bsideguys.com. You can email us, bsideguys@gmail.com. Also, every episode, we have a giveaway, a Facebook giveaway. Some of you are watching on Facebook, so you might even...
you might even just respond below.
Yeah. But so the way that this works, we go through one of our Facebook followers, and all you have to do is follow us. So if you're not already following us, you should go follow us, facebook.com/B-Side Guys. But anyway, you follow us, and then we pick a random person. The way that you get the prize is you shoot us a message or a comment or whatever saying, oh my God, that was my name. I heard it. It was out loud. And then we send you something. Very easy. Seth, do you know who the winner this week is?
I do. And the reason I'm laughing, it was very, very close to being Don Keyballs. Who is
Keyballs.
Yeah,
you think that's
a good
person?
one. He is. That's not the real name, but he's been
what he
active.
goes by,
He's liked
yeah.
some stuff and things. Yeah, sure. That's his pseudonym. Anyways, it was one away from being him, but the winner this week is Bart Styes. So Bart, if you hear this, and he's from Birmingham, Alabama, so it's not even going to be a lot of shipping costs if you win, Bart, or if you respond, Bart. But that is the only way that you will know, is if you actually listen to the show. We don't post it anywhere. We don't, you got to check it out. And I think that this time it'll be a vinyl. I don't know which one yet, but we'll figure it out. But anyways, so one more weird addiction to Lacey, a 24-year-old, has an addiction to rubbing doll heads over her face, and does it like throughout the course of the day, like all day long. So dolls are the creepiest things. They're the worst. They're the worst.
Like the little troll dolls would be the best for that, because they're like, bing, like it's
and the little,
straight up. Yeah.
Ooh, the troll dolls with the little fuzz. At least it'd be soothing then. Yeah. But this one that has some. Oh God, this one she's rubbing a naked doll with clumps of hair missing.
Like in Toy Story?
Yeah, it's, oh my God, yes, exactly like that. Anyways, she's just like rubbing it on her face and kissing it. Lacey, that's not good. Anyways, so
Daniel says Precious Moments figurines.
Oh my God. They were so a lot of them you could either get the matte or the glossy finish. My sister had them. The matte ones would feel so bad. It's like a nail file rubbing your face. I think you'd have to go glossy.
Maybe if that's your thing, you like different consistencies.
Yeah, maybe it's a little texture. Oof, yikes. Anyways,
don't forget to, if you really like us, go buy a t-shirt on,
like we want to go steady.
Yeah, teespring.com/B-side guys. Donate $1 a month, $1 to patreon.com/B-side guys. And yeah, follow us everywhere. Let's get into our last song is by Little Saint, but the T is a plus sign. So when you go to look them up, just know that. Little Saint, and the song is Remedy, which the reason that this fits into our episode, they're talking about these different remedies being music, but also he's like, but fill my cup with Hennessy. And we did a whole blog post on it, which I'll put in the show notes, but basically I think it's very tongue-in-cheek, where it's like talking about remedies that may not really long-term be remedies, which is kind of what we've been talking about all episode. It's basically
the prescription medication commercials online, where it's like, well, cure your anxiety, but the side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, death. Only 70% of the people experience blood in their bile. But I think I think you're exactly right. I think the song is about how replacing a vice with a remedy, or a problem with the remedy, instead of just facing it head on, can lead to more problems.
Yeah, exactly. More money, more problems.
That's what I've always heard. Yeah. That's what I read in a book. Little Saint. I almost said Little Saint. Little Saint. All right. So, does that about do it, Caleb?
I believe that about does it, Seth, and all of Facebook. Go check out the show notes. Go spend some money on these bitches. Little Saint.
Oh, they're not bitches. Whoa.
I just meant like bitches, like cool, like those dudes. These
Paul School of Acting.
These people, these honorable human beings. Go spend money on them.
Bitches and honorable human beings are synonymous.
You're a bitch if you don't spend money on them. How about that?
There we go.
All right, Little Saint, Remedy. Bye, guys.
Bye. All right.